I-O. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist I.O. Music licensing reimagined.
Yo guys, what is up? Before we dive into the video, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. That would be really helpful for me. And in today's video, we're gonna look at the Eye of Soul sniper. This sniper is, pretty damn good. You can get it from playing trials. It depends, it has an adapt version, so you can get the adapt version, of course, if you go flawless. And the normal version you can get at 3 wins, 5 wins, 7 wins, or even from the weekly bounty, you could say. I got myself a pretty lucky roll. I got accurized round, snapshot sights, opening shot, and I can use an adept Icarus grip. But I could also use adept targeting, so that's really nice. Sometimes it feels like an aimbot if you have adept targeting on. And therefore, I'm gonna pair it with Igneous Hammer and on Warlock this time. So let's just dive into the Crucible. Because I'm not that good at playing the game and also talking while playing the game, I'm not that good at multitasking, you could say. Therefore, I'm just gonna give you the clips or the gameplay that I recorded a few hours ago, and we're gonna talk about the guns that I'm using and the movement and Warlock and all that stuff. So for a sniper, what perks should you get on your Eye of Soul? Well, first up, barrels are not that much important. So if you have a good roll or almost a god roll, don't consider, because you have a bad barrel, that it's not a god roll. But let me say that take a barrel that has good range, good stability, or good handling. I would always go with range or handling. Range because the bullet magnetism is higher, and handling because you can swap your weapons faster and your ready speed is also higher. For the magazine, of course, accurized rounds is the go-to. If you like having 5 bullets in the magazine, you can try a pendant mag. That's also really cool if you're trying to hit a nice clip in quick play. For first trade, of course, snapshot is always the go-to. If you have this sniper without snapshot, I wouldn't use it because snapshot is so important on snipers. It's like the range factor for shotguns. If you don't have good range on shotguns, shotguns are just not good. The same counts for snipers. If you don't have snapshot, a sniper is just not effective. And for the last trait, you have Vorpal, opening shot, box breathing, and celerity. Celerity is not that good in my opinion. And box breathing, you need to stay in hard scope for a second. So therefore, the only 2 interesting traits here are Vorpal weapon and opening shot. Because right now, normal adaptive frame snipers are not able to one-hit someone out of their super. But with Vorpal, this is still possible. So if you have Eye of Soul with snapshot and Vorpal, this one is a pretty bad one, because being able to shut down a super if you hit the headshot is very nice in a game mode like Trials. Opening shot is also very great because you get like insane hitbox from the air and also from the ground, and therefore if you have a sniper duel, you will always hit your shot more easily than the opponent. The one problem I have with opening shot, it resets every 3 seconds. So if you ADS, you get your first kill, then the second one comes around the corner, you don't have the aim assist from the opening shot. And therefore the consistency of the gun, yeah, is a little bit different. So one time you have like insane aim assist and the next shot you don't have it and you feel like you can't hit your shot because, yeah, you're getting used to the opening shot. And therefore I'm really liking opening shot, but if you have Vorpal, I would go with Vorpal because then the consistency of the gun is even better and you can shut down supers in a game mode like Trials, which is very, very effective. So right now I think the Eye of Soul is one of the best snipers in the game because of the fact that it is an adaptive, and adaptive snipers always feel pretty good. It has Vorpal, it has opening shot, so therefore it is pretty insane. You can pair it with Igneous Hammer or a Palindrome or even a Waking Vigil. If you like Waking Vigil, right now you can get a new one with Vorpal weapon, so that can be really interesting. But for the most people, Igneous Hammer, Eye of Soul would be a perfect combination. For right now, there are not that much good snipers in the kinetic slot. Like Long Shadow doesn't feel that great. You have the Supremacy from Last Wish or the Iron Banner, yeah, sniper, which has also opening shot, so it can be really interesting. But I think Eye of Soul is by far the best sniper. I mean, Revoker was an exception because Revoker just felt great for an aggressive frame sniper. Right now, any aggressive frame sniper just feels like you use a heavy gun or stuff like that. I don't know how to compare it, but it feels really, really weird, and I'm missing guns like Beloved or Revoker because they felt so great. But Eye of Soul is pretty good. And the far future, of course, we're gonna do a video about that in the future. And if we get a role like Quick Draw Opening Shot, we're gonna do the video about that gun. This gun has also a pretty high potential in my opinion. I think it's even better than the Adored if you have the right traits, of course. So for the gameplay, I'm on Warlock, and normally I'm a Hunter main. I don't use any other class, but I think Warlock has a pretty insane movement. And therefore I'm considering to switch sometimes to Warlock. I'm really not a fan about Titan, but Warlock sometimes can be really, really nice. Especially with the speed and the Icarus dash and all that stuff. And I think on console, Warlock Dawnblade is by far the best class, also for a kind of skill gap for its speed. Because maybe on PC it's different because you can macro stuff. But on console, pressing different buttons in a certain way to get a certain movement. I mean, it's not like I'm pressing one button and then I can fly instantly with the speed of light in one direction. That's not how Warlock works. So you need to press the jump button double, then the Icarus dash, then again the jump button, and then the Icarus dash again. And if you mess up the order, sometimes you don't get the speed that you're used to. So that can be really hard sometimes to get or to master that kind of movement. But I think on console, Dawnblade is by far the most balanced and good super or good subclass, you could say. I mean, the melee is sometimes a little bit too extreme. But the rest, the neutral gameplay and how the super behaves, I think is very balanced in my opinion. And therefore I think I'm gonna use more Dawnblade, also because you're able to get out of stasis, like a Duskfield nade. If it's on the ground, you can dash out of that. If you're a hunter, you just can't use your class ability, for example, so you can't dodge out of a Duskfield nade. I'm not sure why Bungie does this, because if you have the ability to go out of a bad situation, why am I not able to use it? But an Icarus dash you can still use, so therefore I think Warlock right now, or especially Dawnblade, is very, very good to play also against stasis, because you have a good super, you can go out of bad situations with your Icarus dash. And also you can be the fastest guy on the map if you know how to use the Icarus skate perfectly. So I think that's it for the video. If you have questions, of course, comment down below. If you want to see a guide on Warlock, I'm really not a good Warlock player, so I'm gonna do some stuff with my Warlock, but I think there are a lot of players that are better with Warlock, especially with Dawnblade, but I just like the neutral gameplay, and that's why I thought today I'm gonna do a Dawnblade video with the sniper, because also sniping with Dawnblade is very, very effective right now. And yeah, that's it. If you have questions, of course, ask me. You can comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. That would be really, really helpful for me. If there's still gameplay, I'm gonna keep it rolling. Otherwise, we will see us in the next video.
Music licensing reimagined.
What time is it? Shax? Shax, are you there? Can you give me a walk? Stop yelling, it's just a question. I'm not old.
Artlist IO.
Together, nothing can stop you. You captured Zone B.
Artlist IO.
Zone advantage is yours. Zone A lost.